are currently at Max. It literally has the best hamburgers in Sweden, and that's their logo, so tagline. It is so cute here, like the interior, and look at those little things. So yes, I got some good news. I actually got the apartment. I know, everyone was telling me like it's so hard to get an apartment in Copenhagen, like you're gonna get swindled, whatever, and I was like, it's gonna solve itself, like everything's gonna be fine. And then we went there and I looked at, like I messaged 2 people and I just were looking at the apartment, and then all of a sudden like it was mine, and now I have a place to live, and it was all magic. It was amazing, it was great. So we're at like the hamburger place to get a hamburger. They have like the best halloumi bacon hamburgers here, they're so amazing. And then we're gonna go home. My mom's gonna stop at IKEA and I can share the good news with everyone, including you guys, and I can finally read. I'll be reading space opera, maybe a little bit in the car, and then I'll update you guys. This is my mom's, the gluten-free one. And it's halloumi. And oh, onion rings, they're the best. This one is blueberry, like it's like a luxury milkshake, and this one is strawberry. So good. This one's mine. I've never tried this one before, but we're sharing. I'm so excited. Hello buddies. So what's happening now? I haven't read anything and it's 10 to 7, so yeah, it's not gonna happen with 300 pages tonight. But what I realized I could do is relax, not worry so much. We've just been to IKEA, we bought some candy, and I feel much better than I did before. I don't think I updated you guys, but I was like so tired because it was just so much happening, and then, you know, after like the excitement you get a little bit like exhausted, and I was just really yeah, tired and stuff. So I think we're just gonna watch Blade Runner instead, and I read Blade Runner on Monday, and so I need to watch that movie anyway to complete the challenge of book to movie adaptation, and that needs to be done, and I'm really excited to watch it, and I really feel like watching it, so me and my mom probably just watch that instead and chill instead of reading, because I'm not always a good girl. So that's what's happening, and I'll update you guys later what I think about the movie, and also if I happen to read something in space opera. Wait, I have it here, I can show you guys. Space opera, some people said that it was like a modern version of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I was like, yes, I'm gonna read it, that's my thing. And this woman, she's read also written Radiance, I think, is a pretty famous sci-fi book. So I was thinking I could read this, and if I like her stuff, I'll continue reading. But it sounds really cool. It's like just my jam. So I'm really excited to read it. I'm just so exhausted. So, and I'll see you guys later. Hello guys. So this did not turn out to be a reading log. Bad start today, but I am home now and I'm about to go to bed. And the only thing that I will be reading today is Saga Volume 8 before I go to bed. So that's that, and I'll be listening to Harry Potter 7 and the Deathly Hallows on audiobook before I go to bed, and it's like at that exciting part where that like Malfoy Manor, and I'm probably gonna stop myself right before the sad part, you know what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm doing tonight, and this does not turn out to be a reading log, so I apologize about that, but tomorrow I'm gonna read the whole of Space Opera. And since I'm finishing probably Saga Volume 8 and Saga Volume 7, I do complete 7-book challenge at least for this week. I'd hope I'd be able to read 7 books and not do comics, but that's that. That's how it is, you know, sometimes you just can't read, sometimes you're just tired, and that's okay too. Tomorrow I have to do the challenge for reading a book while wearing the same hat the whole time, because I haven't done that, so that has to happen tomorrow. I'll be so hot, but it's gonna have to do. So I watched Blade Runner, and it was not that good, to be honest. I really loved the book. I thought it was kind of quirky, it was funny, it was a cool concept and kind of philosophical at times, but it had action in it, but it didn't feel very like fast-paced and action-packed or violent. Particularly, but the movie was kind of violent, and it had this eerie atmosphere at Earth. Everything was dark, it was raining the whole time, and it worked well for the movie, but the plot was different, yeah, that kind of thing. The basis was the same, but I just didn't enjoy it as much. I didn't really like the main character, and the whole thing of the book I really liked was it started, he woke up into bed, and they were talking about these dials you can dial to make change your mood to whatever it has to be. And so he has this really depressed wife, and it's a really funny scene, and he didn't have a wife at all, and he was so sad and like angry and moody in this movie. So I don't know, it was just not for me. I really like old sci-fi movies. I think they're really good, like, and I like new sci-fi movies too, but this was just not it. So, but I thought I'd update you guys since it was part of the challenge. I'm gonna go to bed now, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the last day, and hopefully you will save this reading vlog. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye. Hello guys. So today it is the last day of Booktube-a-thon, and although it's a sad moment, it also feels like it's good that we're moving on, because I cannot read one book a day anymore. So that's that. It's currently actually almost 3:30, which is a lot. And I thought I wouldn't update you guys before now, because I actually haven't, I have read, so I want to update you guys after I've read. And I've been reading space opera. Focus on that. Yeah, space opera. So I took off the dust jacket, and I'm currently 1/3 into the book, like 100 pages, and it's going quite slow. I used almost 3 hours on 100 pages, which is a lot, I know. But some books just take longer. It is very wordy, like it's very explanational. It's using a lot of strange words and a lot of sentences. It is reminding me of like the feeling a lot of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I really like. I really like that. It's a lot of fun to read, and it's very like whimsical, but in like a sort of philosophical and interesting way. I'm really loving it, but it's just taking very long. So 300 pages, that means I have to read almost 9 hours. I'll say 8 because it's a little bit less. 8 hours today, and I've only read 3, which means I have 5 hours left. Oh my god, my language. And that's that. I want to finish this because I didn't read anything yesterday. I'm really loving it. It's basically about Earth and this pop star that has kind of retired, or this rock star, I think, that's kind of retired, and his band has split up and stuff, and then all of a sudden these aliens that look like underwater flamingos show up to every single person on Earth as like a hologram, but one of them is real, and they tells them that basically we have been observing you guys, and we want you to basically interact with us if you get your shit together, because you guys are really violent and not very loving and stuff. So to prove yourself to the intergalactic world of species, so that you can, you know, hang out with us and be a part of everything, you know, you have to be a part of this galactical melody Grand Prix. And so this rock star that is the main character, he's elected to be by the aliens. He's elected because they've picked out a few like people that they think would be adequate to actually perform at this Melody Grand Prix. And so yeah, if you lose it, you're basically, your whole planet is eliminated forever. Boom, you're all dead. So it like the whole world is leaning on his shoulders, and he's retired, so he doesn't know how to write songs to make people laugh and cry at the same time, you know. So he's like having all these issues, and now they've been carried away by the flamingos to work on their song. So he's reunited the group, and that's what's happening. It's really good. I'm really loving it so far, so I'm just really excited to continue, but it is a little bit of a struggle. So I'll update you guys after I've gone out to eat, get a coffee and that, because I need lunch. And yeah, by the way guys, I thought I'd show you guys what I'm wearing today. So yeah, I'm really loving what I'm wearing today. I bought these recently at Somewhere Nowhere. I'll put their name here so you guys can see. I found them online and I just love their stuff, and this is just a secondhand t-shirt that I found. And also enjoy the look of like my whole studio behind me, because like you're not gonna see it again, maybe ever, because I'm moving and stuff. So all of this is going out and stuff. I'm just really loving what I'm wearing. Hello. So the cafe that I was going to, they closed early, so I took takeaway. So I have coffee, and I also got like a sandwich, like a chèvre and dried tomato sandwich. And I don't know if you'd recognize this actually, but there's a bench over here somewhere, and that is where I was. If you're like an old timer, you know, like a really old one stuck around, you'd know that over there actually is a bench where I was sitting in my reading intro, the one where I had loads of books like piling up on the side at my last Booktube-a-thon intros things. So that's that. And I am like, I don't know if you can see my eyes, I'm a little bit red because, well, I was just listening to audiobook when I was walking. I'm listening to Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and it was like at that, oh yeah, spoiler alert, skip like 1 minute forward max, by the way. So it was that part where like Dobby dies, you know, and I was not prepared, and I was just like, okay, I'm not gonna cry now because I haven't listened to everything before he dies, like currently, so I'm not gonna cry, like I'll be fine. But then like they talk about like his death and his funeral, and like I just start bawling, and like there's no way to stop it. And I've listened to this or read this part so many times now, but every time it just hits me like nothing else. Like all the other deaths are sad, but this one is too much. Too much, J.K. Rowling. So that's what's happening right now. I'm gonna stop, I think, right now, take a break from my sandwich, read instead, and then just drink coffee. And then I'll update you guys when I'm at 200 pages. We'll see if I can read that much. Ah, the quality is so good! Look at that! Hello guys, it's currently 22:12, so it's like 20 minutes left of Booktube-a-thon. Can you believe it? And I just finished Space Opera. Like, this was like a rush to the end. I was like sprinting towards the finish line. So I just finished this, which means I just finished 7 books. Really proud of myself. I'll do like a little wrap up, I think, of the books I read and what I thought, and then we can also do a page count thing because I think that's kind of fun. Okay, so on Monday I read Blade Runner by Philip K. Dick, and I gave this 4 stars, I think, possibly even more. And this one has 193 pages. And I really love this one. I recommend it as a sci-fi. I thought it was really funny, and I really liked it, the concept and everything. It's a good, like, classic sci-fi. I really enjoyed it. And then I read The Ocean at the End of the Lane by Neil Gaiman. I really like this one as well. I think it was a really cool concept. This one has 240 pages. And after that, I read Peter Pan. I did not like Peter Pan. I gave it 3 stars, but it was like a good 3 stars. I think I originally give it less because it was very touching towards the end, but I just didn't enjoy the story that much or the language or anything. This one has 207 pages. And then I read Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I actually really enjoyed this book, the whole concept, the whole whimsical thing, and it was good, but in like a weird way, and I didn't get that annoyed by the YA thing. It was a really annoying character called Agatha in here. I really didn't like her, and the ending was kind of rushed. It was just felt unnatural and not as good as the other stuff, so that was too bad, really, because otherwise I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was so good, and it like surprised me quite a bit. And this one has 517 pages. And then I read The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, and this was not what I thought it would be. It was just it was more of like a philosophical text than I thought it'd be. More of like a story, and the context is like in there and you kind of have to figure it out, but this one was just like quote. So I'm really glad I read it, so I know what his writing is like and know what everyone's talking about now, but not like one of my... I wouldn't even recommend it, to be honest. It has 163 pages. And lastly, I read Space Opera, and this one has 290 pages. And I've also finished Saga Volume 7, and this is 150 pages, which means that in total this week I read 1,768 pages, which I think is really good. I could finish volume 8 at Saga as well, but I'm not going to. I have 50 minutes left of this day, and I could rush through it, read the last chapter because I don't have much at all, but I'm gonna brush my teeth and do that kind of thing, the night stuff, and I'll read it after 12 o'clock, so it doesn't count. So that's that. I'm so glad you guys followed me along with Booktube-a-thon. I hope you guys enjoyed these vlogs, and hope you get inspired to read. And if you have any questions about the books or anything, and tell me what you guys have been reading during Booktube-a-thon, because I'd love to know. Yeah, I think that's it. Happy reading, guys. I really enjoyed this. I'm glad to get back to my thicker fantasy books. And I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.